My name is Candace Frost. I am currently serving as a colonel in the Army and a fierce advocate for national security. But I'm also a women's and leadership advocate, and next month I launch a brand new podcast, Candid Leadership with Candace Frost. This show will encapsulate guests from all over academia to national security to those even in business. We're really focused on a wide range of leadership lessons and candidly speak with them about some of their successes and failures within the environment that they're in. Starting off, we'll really focus on the psychological demands of crisis leadership, and then kind of move into how you can grow your network, grow your business, and grow yourself. I think the focus of this podcast really is looking at national security and kind of answering some of those tough questions, but not just focused solely on national security leaders. I think there are leaders in every domain that we can learn from, and not just one small sliver, whether it's in the Department of Defense, whether it's in the State Department. I think we get tied up in kind of sometimes, especially in Washington, D.C., our own silos. So by reaching out across the spectrum and looking at leadership lessons, whether it's in coaching, whether it's sports, looking at e-commerce, looking in technology, all of those areas have different types of leadership and they'll bring different lessons. So that's what we're planning to do, is to pull people from different sectors and really take the essence of that leadership and then candidly apply it to your own life. It's extremely important to me to understand the best methods for leadership and the fact that you can move from a transactional type of leadership to a transformational leadership style. But it does take a lot of effort. You've got to learn different types of leading, and that's best done through the mentorship of others. And that's the point of this podcast, is to provide mentorship and tools and also interviews and a laugh along the way to make sure that we're on the right track to really changing how we lead. I think by listening to this show, you'll walk away with not only some tips and tools about leadership, but really how to think about it and understand yourself, so that you can provide a better vision, you can provide context to the environment that you're in, and a way to look forward for both your business, yourself, or wherever you're at. It's extremely important to develop your leadership skills, especially when you're in your first or second job, rather than when it's too late. And when you're facing a larger responsibility and even more people, if you've had those fundamental experiences and you've really tested yourself and how you would react in those situations, it's almost second nature. Again, if you understand how you'll react in a crisis or when you're faced with a challenge, it's much easier if you've learned from someone else, both the good and the bad, on how to come up with a better answer to any problem that you face. Join me as I launch my brand new podcast this June, Candid Leadership with Candace Frost. Subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.